This one's got why I've got so many hard drives. The reason being is because when I started with one hard drive, basically 500 gigs. Not much back then, considering today what we have. This was back when I was at school, and I had stuff on there, and it was my mistake, but I put it on my laptop, and I stood up, picked up the laptop with the hard drive on top, and it fell. It broke the caddy, and then found out it actually broke the hard drive as well. So there's no chance of salvage and anything. A new one, something happened to that, can't remember. But a few years later, I got a 4 terabyte hard drive, so I was running out of space. So I put everything on that. And whilst on holiday, I stupidly formatted the drive. And so that was the point where I thought, right, I've got to do something about this. So I started thinking, right, if I give one hard drive, I've got to have another to match. So whatever I put on one drive, I put the exact same stuff on the other drive. So essentially a backup. So if anything happens to one, I've got a spare. Several years later, I was getting old Sky HD boxes, collecting 500 gig drives from them. Got around about 20 or something like that of 500 gig hard drives. Not only that, I have 8 4 terabyte drives. Four 10 terabyte drives. And the 10 terabyte ones are basically for raw footage and YouTube. So the raw footage is basically for like when I go on holiday, film stuff and stuff like that. The YouTube one is basically recording videos like this one, making videos out of them to go onto YouTube, and all the recordings from the camera go to one folder, and the made stuff into another folder of that one drive, and then back up. And I've done 2 backups, one for raw footage and one for YouTube. So I got raw footage backup, YouTube, and YouTube backup. And it just goes on. I've even got 2 of the, I know for sure that 2 of the 4 terabyte drives are backups of my main and backup drives that I can take out to my gigs. So they're pretty much full of music. So it's this goes on. Now what I'm finding is it's starting to increasingly get harder and harder to find certain stuff that I want, because I've got a list of passwords, turn my drives main back up. For the life of me, I can't remember the folder name. I know there's a folder called passwords with a list in it, passwords, but I can't remember where that passwords folder is. So I generally just go into my general stuff, hard drive, search passwords, and I can get it that way. And then also when I go into raw footage hard drive, and like the Florida trip that I did, if I can't find that, I'll search it on the search bar. But I am increasingly looking for a way to sort that out, and to make it easier for me to see it when it's right there. Instead of going through folder to folder to folder to folder to find it, it'll be right there. So basically, the thing is, why I've got so many drives for so much stuff is because, like, I just want to back shit up. Instead of using one decent sized hard drive, use it as a time machine backup drive, which I find it's a bit of a pain, because I've got so much stuff. It'll cover or fill up that one drive. So I'd rather have a set amount of drives for mains and a set amount of drives the exact same amount for backups. In fact, I've actually got some drives in the caddy that's on standby until I can get something sorted, if I need to use it. But right now, I've got my other drives in this cupboard connected to this Mac. So any DVDs I record, any music, any videos, holiday stuff, documents, you know, the list goes on, all go onto those drives. Yeah, in fact I've got 2 drives already, it's almost full with the recordings that I've done from DVDs, and hence I'm recording now. And I've actually put in another 2 drives just for films. So then it's known as the main ones are known as films and films backup. The other 2 that I've put in is films 2 and films 2 backup. So when the first 2 film, the other 2 are there ready and waiting until I can get terabytes and put all the films onto those drives. But in time, I'm going to have to upgrade the drives to a larger size. But these caddies are capable of taking 8 drives each of 10 terabytes per drive. And so that's 80 terabytes worth of drives in one caddy. Over 2, that's 160. But if I have to get a caddy that has the same amount of bays that can take up to 20 terabyte hard drives per day, it's going to cost a lot of money. Because I've seen one caddy that can hold 10 drives, or 20 terabytes per drive. That caddy alone is just over £500. Then I've got to get 20 terabyte hard drives to fill the bays. Each drive is over £200. I don't really want to be spending that much. Not now, anyway. But yeah, it just takes time to build up more. And yeah, so now you know why I've got so many drives. It's because I always have to name them,